Making them dirt road dollars, way out yonder, having them howlers, doing it like our fathers. Up on them tractors, out in them pastures, making it rain like water. Farm boy dough, 24 karat gold corn grows. Lunch break, buy a couple sweet tea swallowers, right back to making them dirt road dollars.
Alright, hey guys, welcome back to CJ Farms and welcome to part 2 of the ranch tour video. So what the field we're in now is the field to the south, which we will load the loading pen out of. Well, yeah, essentially. So what we got here is we got a big irrigation canal that runs through. And this whole place is on above ground main line. So this is the field directly to the south of the pens and the barn and everything like that. And so in this field we got the big canal running through, and yeah, so this is all above ground main line here. There's nothing, there's no buried main line like at the old place, which I never got to do an irrigation video there, but I will be doing an irrigation video here just to kind of show you guys what exactly the patterns are and everything like that. So anyways, this is where we had all the cows recently, and we were kind of mob grazing them across there. This field here has been horse eaten pretty bad, so it's taking a little bit to kind of get it back, but we're making it happen. Out here I had 4-inch hand line going on the above ground stuff, and going north south with it. This field here is a big weed patch right now, but we're working on all that stuff out and getting it all figured out. So I don't think it'll take much time at all to get this field back into shape. So right now we're at the very southwest corner of the entire place. So right here, this is the haystack, and like I said, we got 50 some bales. This is all of the alfalfa which came off of our alfalfa field, which is right there, right next to this place, or right next to this field. So this is going to be the hay yard area. Since it's on top of this hill, I think it'll shed water really well. If you look, the hill kind of continues going down that way, so that's why the bales are kind of angled compared to the fence, and why we're not straight on with it. So yeah, I'm gonna loop around, and we're gonna take you guys up and show you the pump house and the irrigation stuff there. All right, so right here we have the pump house, and we have a 10-horse pump right now. We're gonna upgrade at some point, but yeah. So this is a little pump house. This is how we get the water to all the areas with pipe. So this is your electric box, and basically what you gotta do is when you're firing up the pump, you gotta make sure this red valve is completely off, and then you take the primer and you prime the pump. And as soon as you see the water come out of the valve on the bottom and feel pressure, You reach over here, you click this top piece to hand, which it's on right now, and then you hit start. And this is the reset button, and you use that when you go to switch it over to auto, which is after you have it set on hand and you have the pressure and everything up. Our auto switch is broken right now, and it shuts off every time we get it to auto. So that's why it's on hand. And what auto does is it automatically shuts off if there's any type of like big pressure loss out of the canal, or if there's a power outage or something like that. Well, power outage, even the auto goes off, but basically if there's any problem, it shuts it off so that you don't burn up the pump. But since our switch isn't working, it's just sitting on hand. So the only time it gets shut off is if we shut it off, or if like the power goes out or something. So this is the big cistern that the pump draws out of, and it's all boarded up in the canal over there, and you have the head gate. So it's pretty simple setup. We got to put a new latch on this door because it broke and fell off, and we have no idea where the heck it is. Alright, so we are in the 40 alfalfa field right now, the 40-acre alfalfa field. The canal cuts through it. But anyways, this is the top part, and as you can see, there's a couple bare spots in here, but we're going to come and I think we're going to broadcast orchard grass or some sort of grass over the top of the entire field and get a good grass alfalfa mix throughout the whole thing. And then there's also a ditch over there, which you saw when I was on the four-wheeler coming over, and there's another small section on that side. But this is the main area. And as you can see here, we have the wheel line. Well, hopefully you guys can see it. But anyways, with the wheel line, it's pretty dang easy. It's a lot less labor intensive as the hand lines. Unless something goes wrong, then it's a little bit harder to fix the problem. But anyways, you can see down there, there's the well, let me see here. The mover is right there, and the mover just has hydraulics running through the whole thing, and then it has a little Briggs & Stratton motor. Open up the hydraulics, turn the motor on, and then flip the hydraulics to whichever way you want the wheel line to turn. And this is its first pass across. We're finishing up some handline stuff up there and down here, but as soon as that top section's wrapped up, we're gonna fire up the wheel line and get it back across, and then come in and cut it. It's about to bloom, so we're trying to get as much water on it as we can. Unfortunately, with the 10 horse pump, we're not able to put as much water down as we'd like. So our wheel line is a 4-inch pipe, and then we got 4-foot wheels here, and yeah, so it works pretty dang well. I'm pretty happy with our wheel line. It's the first wheel line that we've ever owned. Through all my time of working on other ranches and stuff, I've moved plenty of wheel lines. Like where I'm at now, I'm moving like close to 10 wheel lines, 10 wheel lines a day, and that's not doubled up. That's just one move, or one morning is 10 wheel lines about. So yeah, right now we have 2 pipe shooting it over because we wanted to get that last riser, because the next riser has another set of main line going up, and then has a string of pipe going east and west. But then you got this hose which hooks up to it, and I'll explain all this again when I go move it, and I'll do more in depth on what the wheel line is all about. But that's just kind of a short little crash course, I guess you could call it, on that. So this is the other property line here. So the property line goes north and south here, but then it takes, and then it shoots an L off going that way, if that makes sense to you. On this side here of this above ground main here, which I'll show you right now. So this is the above ground main line stuff. Anyways, basically everything on this side we're gonna cut and make hay out of. It's not that full or thick with grass and alfalfa and stuff, but it's got a little in it. So we're gonna cut it and make that happen, and try and develop this into a hay producing area just off the alfalfa field there. I don't know sizes on any of these fields, like acreage wise, but this is a big field. This is the biggest field on the place, if I'm thinking right. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go up here to the sprinkler line, and we actually have the cows on that side. They're being electric fenced in and doing a little bit of a mob graze type setup on them. So as you can see here, we got the pipe sitting out. This is a 4-inch hand line, and we're moving it this way, and getting water stuff moved. Anyways, right here, you guys can see this big steel pile. This is more steel that's going to be going to the steel yard, and we're going to be not necessarily making any money off the steel just because steel prices are so low, but we're just going to get the stuff out of here because we don't have a big use for it. Anyways, so this is over here on this side. This is part of the stuff that we're going to be doing the haying and everything like that. So that's the story on that. And then this little pen here, this is where the bulls are right now. The bulls that aren't being out and about. Right here, as you can see, this is where the water has been. It's super green. We've had the big gun going all the way around here for a little while now, and it should start greening up just like this stuff. I'm pretty happy with the way this stuff came up, as long as we can get that stuff out there. It's not looking like it. It's still pretty thin, but you know, we're still running our stuff across it, making it productive again. It looks like I got to put some new staples in here, so I'll be getting on that very soon. Probably end up doing that tomorrow. Today's Friday, so yeah, like I said, this is where the bulls are all hanging out at. And I don't know, it's been some years, but a long time ago, this was a wildlife bird habitat thing that they set up through the tribe, since we're on a reservation, like I was saying. So they had this fenced off for a number of years, and they weren't necessarily allowed to put the cows in there because they had technically leased it to the tribe, I guess, or had it sold to them. I don't know how all that worked, but it's pretty confusing to me. Anyways, now the cows are able to come in here and graze. So this is where we've been having the bulls hanging out. And this is the automatic water deal that I was telling you guys about. You just buy this little setup here at your local egg store, pretty much, and it's just you hook the hose into it, and it has a shut-off valve underneath this cap thing. It works pretty dang slick. This field here, this is the same one that I was telling you guys about that we put the first group of cows in, I think, is what this one was. Like I said I think it was in the last video. And then over here, you guys might be able to see the cows down there by the pond, and then they're up here on the hill. This is where they've been now. We've had them grazing in here for a few weeks. But like I said, now we have electric fence up there, and they're able to get up there and get the grass and then come back down here, because this is where the water is. And that's where we have another automatic watering system set up at. Anyways, I'm going to come across here, go through this barbed wire gate, and I'm going to show you guys that field and show you guys the cows, and then that'll pretty much button up this video. All right, so what we got here, if you see that green spot, that's a giant pond that's filled by the irrigation water. Actually, it floods over into that. And we have another pond down here, which is, I think, a natural spring. We got some cows hanging out down there, and you got some cows hanging out over there, and now they're all mooing because I think they're gonna get moved. Alright, so right now we're in that section where I said we had the cows at. The electric fence is way the heck up there. Anyways, this is where they've been grazing at, and they have a little bit more to go up there. So we're probably gonna end up moving them tomorrow. This is the flood irrigation ditch, in which we flooded that pond through. And anyways, yeah, so they've been hanging out in here for a couple days, and they've been eating it down pretty well, and they're getting ready to move. So we're gonna be looking at moving them here soon. And we have a cow and a calf out. Awesome. Good job, guys. So I gotta figure out, probably got out right there. Awesome. Alrighty. So it looks like I have a project to do after I close out this video. This is where they've been all hanging out at, and it branches over into this field through that barbed wire gate up there. And that's how they're able to get back and forth to water and all that other good stuff, since there's no real water up here. That's one thing about the whole place, is there's like only water up there at the house, so everywhere else is kind of on its own. Like there's no natural running creeks through it or anything like that, just the canal and irrigation water, which is only on during the summer. Please like, please subscribe, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this this farm tour. And anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you guys.